So, we all know that consoles are getting to the point where, and I have a feeling in the next 1 or 2 generations, where they'll be as powerful as gaming computers. Wrong. And I'm just going to give you some reasons why. I'm just going to ramble about, I have a few exhibits. Exhibit A. PCs will always be better. I'm just saying. Maybe that's just bias because I have a PC. They'll always be better because they can do everything console can and more. You can install almost every single app in the world. You have so many games you can choose from. There's a huge community too. Console does have a big community, but PCs is way bigger. Most likely because PCs are way older than console. Way older. But I might be saying consoles are cheaper. Yeah, if you're playing games, that's fine. If all you're doing, if you're just like a little kid in your mom's basement or in your mom's house, and all you do is play games, then yeah, it's fine. But basically, if you do anything anymore, you are gonna have to get another device. A phone can't really cut it. I mean, the screen's so small. And the big screen ones are like $1,000. The big tablets are like big tablets with like laptop or even monitor size screens are like super expensive. They're so expensive at that point. Just get a PC. Because even if you're spending like $1,000 on like a big ass phone or like a computer, just get a PC, because you can spend like $1,000 on the actual PC, spend a few more on the monitor and the keyboards, accessories, and you're done. It's the same price, and not only do you get a device to do all you can do on your phone with a big screen, and sometimes even better, you can play games. Great, right? You can play games on it. And not only can you get the console games, like at least Xbox games. Yes, Xbox Game Pass for PC, you get almost every single Xbox game on it for like, what is it, like $15 a month? That's paying, and it's like paying for a game, but throughout 4 months, instead of one game, you get a whole library, And not only that, you also get PC games. You can like if you're playing Xbox, you get PC games and like Xbox exclusive. Not only that, you can also get PC games. You have Steam, which is a bunch of smaller small people, it's like small organizations or like one person making like trash games which are actually pretty good, and posting it on like Steam or Epic Games Launcher. It's crazy, you can get those games. One of them is Carlson, by a YouTuber you may know, Danny. You don't know what Carlson is? It's just a game on Steam, which you can go ahead and wishlist, and he's still working on the game. It's actually pretty good. You can go check out his whole saga, his whole like updates. You can go there and you can wishlist it, and he's only launching it once it gets the once it's the most wishlist game on Steam. So far it's like 11th, 12th place. So we're getting there. He's getting there. We're going to get this game. Sure, you're going to have to pay for it. It's certainly a lot less expensive than all the games right now. They're all $60. And going off that game price thing, if you notice that every year they increase the prices of the games by $10. And it was $60 last generation. I don't know about this generation. If my theory is true, it's probably $70 now. Last generation, all the games were like $60. The generation before that, they were like $50. The generation before that, they're $40. You see, they're going up by $10 every generation. Anyway, got sidetracked. So you get all these Steam games, You get Steam games. You get all these PC games. And that's Exhibit A. Now, Exhibit B. Hardware and upgrading is so much better for PC. Because most people, they'll just build a PC, even though it's a bit more expensive. Than, I feel like, from what I've seen, back in, last time I wanted to go buy a computer was back last year, August 2020. So, at that time, what I saw is that it might be better to build your own PC, but you have to invest the time, get parts separately, and it was a little bit more expensive than the rebuilt computer I bought. Now, I wanted to get I wanted to build my own computer, but then I thought, well, it's way cheaper just to get a pre-built. So I have a pre-built. A year later, it's still holding up pretty well. Now, I do want to upgrade a little bit. And it's not because the computer's not getting old at all, actually. It's the games that are advancing. And that brings me on to the point I want to prove. It's just so much easier. It's just so much more convenient to play the game way better on a PC. Because, let's say you're playing... Let's take Cyberpunk's Cyberpunk's scenario. I have a feeling that if it was released a few years, just a little bit before the next gen consoles came, with this gen, I'm calling them next gen. If they came before the next gen consoles came, they would have been almost unplayable for a lot of the fan base, because a lot of people, even now, they still have Xbox Ones, PlayStation 4 Pros, even the Xbox One X, even the Xbox One X, the most powerful console out of the whole Xbox One lineup, still won't be able to run Cyberpunk 2077 perfectly. A lot of PCs, they do take a hit too. It's kind of the game's fault, but you see here, if Cyberpunk was released a year before, a lot of people wouldn't be able to play it because they wouldn't have the money, Either not have the money or not have the guts to move to PC. Anyway, so console generations, they come around every 3 to 5 years. PC generations, so it's multiple parts, but PC generation hardware comes around every single year. Games get updated every single year. Remember Fortnite back in August 2020? Well, that wasn't really demanding, It wasn't too demanding at all, actually. With my PC, it was not the best, but it was actually pretty good for its price. And now, if I try and put my settings a bit higher, I cannot get my full 240 FPS, which is the max my monitor can hold. So, as you can tell, the game's been upgraded. The games have upgraded. And also on a PC, it's so much easier to store stuff. And it's such like File Explorer on Windows, so much better than the Xbox like files. And with the Xbox Series X, did you see you have to pay like I think it was like $100 plus or something to get that 1 terabyte like pluggable hard drive SSD thing, you know? And the PlayStation 5, oh my god, there's so much less storage. And a weird number, you know? Didn't end on a 0. Or any of the normal numbers, like 512, 500 gigabytes. I think it was like, if I remember, I'm not gonna say it. I'm definitely wrong. Regardless, with PC, every year, new games come out, old games come out, old games update, and your PC will take a hit. Now, now you might say, well, I get like clean 60 FPS or clean 120 FPS on my consoles. It's because the games were made to be optimized for their console specifically, just for that to happen. Clearly, Cyberpunk wasn't. I'm just taking too many blows, giving too many blows to Cyberpunk. Not taken. And like, let's say you play Minecraft. Like Minecraft with the 1.18 update coming out this December, a lot of people might have to upgrade their PC because it would be super laggy. It's because like last year or even beginning of this year, with everybody in the Minecraft community had 1.18, 1.17 fresh on their minds. They thought it was just 1.17, blah, blah, blah. They split the updates. Yeah, yada, yada, yada. But from 1.17, because it's split now, 1.17 to 1.18, the performance, I feel like it's going to take a huge hit because 1.17 is just normal landscape, what Minecraft is normally like. Only other time it would have taken a hit, the only time it would be less than what it was, like 1.14, is any version after like 1.16 and above, because the Nether was updated. Great update, by the way. Great update, Mojang. Great update. But I don't feel like there was any bigger big generation changes to make performance actually matter. But 1.18, it is huge, mainly because the height limits increased. Because the height limits increased, blocks you'll have to render blocks much more higher and entities much more higher, and the height limit has bottomed out. Like before, it was the standard 0 to 256. Now it's like -64 to 384, I think. I don't remember the height limit number. But that's 128 blocks more to render, 128 blocks more to entities to render, particles. So just off that, your computer is going to take a hit. Not only that, there are going to be new mobs, Warden, there are going to be new blocks, scope sensors. And have you seen those videos with scope sensors on YouTube? They can make your game lag if you have a lot of them. So you not only do you have new entities and new blocks to render, you have a new generation. Emeralds are going to be way more common, especially in higher mountains. And don't get me even started on the mountains. The mountains are going to be huge. I've seen it. You saw the Minecraft Live, the trailer for 1.18. The clouds were less than half the way on the mountain. Huge. So, if you're on console, you can't really upgrade because you're bound to when that company makes a new generation, a new iteration. Basically, every year they churn out new ones. Even less than new. They have like smaller upgrades. Kind of like games, after this whole time, you should take away a few things. A, don't get consoles unless all you do is play games. And hardware is a lot like game development.